WGEM Golden Apple Award winner has spent nearly 3 decades in the classroom. She's proving a little reward can add up to big success for her students. WGEM's Natalie Will takes us to North Shelby Elementary School.
Third grade teacher Carrie Greenwell inspires her fellow educators.
She just really goes above and beyond, and she just is really a teacher to look up to. And there's a lot of things she does that I hope I can do in my classroom too.
Teachers Rebecca Trivett and Houston Bixel were among those who nominated Greenwell for the Golden Apple Award. They call her the queen of differentiation when it comes to helping students succeed.
It doesn't matter who the child is, she's ready to go with wherever they're at. She's going to meet them at their needs.
I think it's important that each kid feels successful with something.
One way Greenwell pushes her students to succeed is to help them set monthly goals and track their progress.
Like how we're being nice to each other. Well, it kind of helps us like keep trying and stuff. Makes us try harder, and it makes us like actually get like good grades on it.
Greenwell says it's also important for students to celebrate when they reach their goals.
If they can see their success, then they're more likely to keep striving for that.
They can earn bragging rights.
We can get our brag tags, and we can like tell people about it.
Sometimes Greenwell even sweetens the deal. The Kansas City Chiefs fan makes themed cookies for kids who reach their weekly reading goal.
The Mahomes Challenge, you have to read 15 minutes and for a week or like 2 weeks.
A sweet reward that encourages success. Natalie Will, WGEM News, Shelbyville, Missouri.
And do you know an outstanding educator who deserves a golden apple? Just go to WGEM.com to fill out the questionnaire.